Hi everyone. That good evening everyone. Sorry that I was just saying something that it didn't start with. That just say good evening and that today we are proudly that to invite you to join your webinar for AJGA, and we're gonna have a guest from Phil that who I will sharing his experience with you, and so hope you are getting this information and also that get to know about experience that from Phil. So now I'm gonna start to introduce that. First of all, my name is Jim. I'm a senior of AR Consulting, and I've been working with AR for almost 2 years for the full time. But I'll be an AR client before as like my son is the soccer player for Thai national team, and now I would help for another people that who I want to know about the pathway to go to the US. So now, Phil, how would you having I would like to say, how are you today? Sorry, it's
I'm
my
doing good. How are you?
Yeah, thank you. So would you prefer to speak in English or Thai?
I think English is better for me.
Oh, that's good. So everyone can understand too. So if anyone want to have a question in Thai or you want to typing in the chat room, so please to joining for our conversation. So okay, Phil, thank you for today again that you joining with us. So I would like to introduce my team too, that to let you know that who are working for AR. So you will know too that what is our team who are helping your pathway to going, through to the process of the college. So Kun Bum, could you introduce yourself?
Excuse me. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Phil. We met
Good
again.
evening.
Yeah, my name is Vandalak. We have met somehow in the golf course. Anyway, I have been working with AR for 3 years, and I met many clients with parents, and I understand that more insight into the need and concern of the parents, and particularly those with the avid student athlete. In my role with the AR, I've been working primarily involved in the assisting the client for applying for NCAA ID application, creating the digital profile, and video editing. Okay, and I also can make arrangement for prepare for the course interview. So all the athlete or the applicant can have a chance to practice what should answer for the coach during an interview when they are ready to get acceptance from the school. Okay, and as a parent myself, I recognize that significance of supporting and nurturing the aspiration of the young athlete. My personal experience as both as a parent and a professional in this field would allow me to empathize with the client and all the specific needs and concern. Thank you and welcome. Oh no, sorry. Thank you for Phil to have a chance to talk with us in this webinar, and good hope you have a bright future in golf career. Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yeah.
Okay, Kun On.
สวัสดีค่ะน้องฟิล My name is
สวัสดีครับ
พี่อ้นนะคะ Nice to meet you. Thank you for your time here with AR tonight. I am currently work with AR team as a consultant for like help Kun Jum and Kun George, yeah, to for the student career sorry not career student part to college or university in US through their ability of sports that any kinds of sports that they could play, and we can provide advice. Okay. So okay, that's all. Nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you, Kun Eun. So, okay, let's start with the questions the first questions that we would like to know that when did you start to play golf?
Okay, so I started playing golf when I was around 2 years old, you know. I was with my dad and like I watched him hit golf balls. So ever since then, like he and his friends like invited me to play golf, and then I just like started playing golf from there. And then when I was around 9 to 10 years old, I started to compete like competitively and also try to focus golf, and that's like when I knew that I was going to college and to play golf around 9 to 10 years old.
Wow, that is quite young, like when you started, and then you already
Yeah.
have the passion because of your father, right?
Yeah,
So,
from my father.
yeah. So, what did you see in, in your life or in your dream about to be, a golfer? Because as you are building your pathway, since you are very little, so what do you see in the future about the golfer?
Also, like I see myself, like obviously playing golf in college, and I want to like um gain experience from playing college, and hopefully I can go into the PGA Tour, which is like my ambition.
Okay. So that is mean everyone is a dream, want to be same like you, to being that for professional, right? Then, so when did you start to going out, to play out of the country or traveling,
So like
How old are
9 and
you?
10 years old, right?
Mhm.
I started to play competitively, and I started to play my first tournaments. And then like when I was like I think 11 years old, I went to US Kids Golf Malaysia with my friend, and it was a really good experience.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I also went to play golf in Australia, which is I think also a US Kids tournament too.
Okay, so right now I'm gonna transfer to Pikao Chai, who is the senior of our team, and she's most of the experience that to interview with our clients. So I will let this position to Chai. So Pikao Chai, please.
พี่ค่ะคุณจุ๋มสวัสดี
Hello.
ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ Phil Hi everyone
สวัสดี
ค่ะ
สวัสดี
sorry
ค่ะพี่
นะ
จุ๊บ
คะ
พี่กาใจ
I have a difficulty logging in so Phil I believe you have introduced yourself to the audience but could you just recap again for me for my benefit thank you
Okay, so I introduce myself. So my name is Phil Wapol Tangcharoen, and I just committed to Lawrence Tech University last year in Michigan, and I'm currently 16 years old, and I'm class of 2025.
Oh, okay. So you committed earlier ahead of graduation, right?
Yeah, I committed earlier ahead.
Yeah. Okay. That means you have a very good career. So tell us more about when you start, how you started to pick up the sports and why is it that you have the passion to do it so well?
Oh, okay. So like I started playing golf when I was like 2 years old, and then I started playing like competitively like 9 to 10 years old. So I think I wanted to pursue golf because like it's like playing with yourself and you have no one to blame. Like you are with yourself all the time, and playing golf makes me feel free on the golf course.
Okay. You start playing because of your parents, your mom and dad, or who played with you early on?
My father introduced me to the sport when I was young.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you watch him play before, or how do you start to see that this is something you want to try on, or did he put it like impose it on you?
No, I was like just like crawling, and then I watched my dad like hitting balls on the range when I was like a baby.
Right. Okay. So when you start hitting the tournaments, so you play junior, right? Do you play in Thailand? Do you come play in the States when you start to take on the tournaments?
Can you repeat the question? I cannot really hear you.
Oh, you play junior, right? Junior tournaments first. Is it in Thailand or where did you pick up?
I played my first junior tournament in Thailand, but I progressively like went to compete in other countries. Mhm.
Okay. So what's your track record so far? What's your favorite?
Can you elaborate more track record?
Yeah. Well, track record you tell how many winnings, what's your post?
Oh, okay.
Um,
So like I first got my certificate, like I think it was like class C boy at Suvarnabhumi golf course. And it was a US kids tournament, so I got my first trophy there, and like I was really proud of it. And then I got my first win. I think it was like 13 years old. So ever since then, I started progressively getting better.
okay, great. Um, understand you take AJGA in the States too, right?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
When was that?
Okay, so my US trip last summer, I played 3 AJGA events, which was
Okay.
the Adam Scott UNIQLO AJGA, and I played in Huntsville, which is in Alabama, and also played in Three Little Birds, Virginia AJGA. So I played 3 qualifiers, and I got into one from a playoff, and I think during it was the AJGA Little Birds, right? So I played in the event, and it was like 36 holes, and it was like raining so hard. So it was a really good experience without caddying soon. Yeah. And
Okay.
I think AJGA like the experience is really different from here, because in that tournament there is no caddy, which like you do everything by yourself. So you gain that uh sense of independence, like doing
Mhm.
things by yourself, which like you cannot find here. And there are a lot of good players too, like the top junior golf scoreboard players plays in AJGA.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm. So you play 3 tournaments. Was that summer? Just in one summer?
Yeah, it was in one summer, like over the course of 3 months. So
Okay.
I registered to a lot of AJGA tournaments, and I got waitlisted, and I cannot like play because like so many people want to like join the tournament.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So it's a prestigious win if you win AJGA. I believe it's a good
Definitely.
on
Yeah.
your track record. And so lots of kids want to join in, but you get to play 3 in one summer. That's really,
Yeah,
really
that's
good.
really good. Yeah.
So yeah. Who helped you pick which one to join, or you just like sent out a lot of request application?
So my dad was the one who helped me like pick and register and chose
Mm,
which AJGA tournament to join. Like I, like I look at where the AJGA tournament is being held in, and so like if I'm so I my plane landed in Virginia, and
mhm.
then there was an AJGA coming up in Florida. So like my mom's friend
Wow.
lives in Florida, so like I can stay in Florida, and that's why I chose like one AJGA tournament. That's how I choose AJGA tournaments. Yeah.
Right, right. So in fact, there are quite a few in the States, but outside of the States, probably not a lot. And so I'm excited about the one that coming to Thailand. So it's very rare
Mhm.
occasion. But in the States, that there are so many opportunities. In that, do you know if like when you go, was there a college coach? Sorry, my dog is barking. Uh, do you know if there are college coaches to come and observe or visit you
Oh,
during
okay.
the tournament?
So my tournament round at AJGA Little Birds, Kun George actually invited a coach. I think he's a coach of George Mason, Greg PX Skinsey. So he invited him to watch me play, and then like it was a really good because I get to like show my skills to the coach. And so like one coach also watched me when I played the qualifier round of AJGA Little Birds. Yeah. So coaches like do recognize AJA tournaments as like a really competitive tournament.
So I understand that going to the States and competing so many tournaments, it's actually quite a big expenses as well because there are traveling, there are tournament fees and things like that. Uh, when looking back, you think that's the experience that's worth your investment.
So I think it's definitely worth it because you get to like adapt, and it improves your adaptability because like you need to like travel to different states, and there's different grass in every tournament, so you can't really complain about it, and you need to adapt, which is really good for like golfing. And also I think the experience playing with good players and the atmosphere is also really worth it.
Do you feel that it's like a, uh, fierce competition? It's like international kids, right? Because that comes from around the world. Do you feel that kind of like fierce competition going on, or is that you feel that this is something very enjoyable?
I think it's a mix of both because like it's really fierce because a lot of good players like play in AJGA tournaments, so they're not shooting like 80, 90, they're shooting like 70 and below. So it's really fierce and competitive, and also really enjoyable too because you get to meet like different players and different nationalities. So you get to like make new friends too. So
Oh,
it's both
okay.
enjoyable and competitive.
Yeah. Do you feel that kids from other countries, like in Asia, are they doing the same that you do? That they basically try to basically back as many tournaments as possible in on summer?
Okay, so I think
Yeah.
it's a mix of both because like Asian players play some Asian players like travel here and then to play AJGA for the summer, and some Asian players also like stay they stay here, like they're a resident at US and also they play. So
Mm,
like there's a mix of both, like resident and traveling from their country.
right. So for you, you know that you want to play golf, and do you have goal to be a professional golfer, or do you have other career goal as well?
Mm, I think my goal is not to be a professional golfer, but to like get the mm, to get a good diploma from the US, and then to like get a good job. But if I play good golf in college, I think I'll probably turn pro.
Yeah. So are you interested in technology? I understand you have
Yeah.
a preference in the technology. What's okay, IT or engineering? What are you
So
looking at?
I'm planning to study business IT. information
Oh,
technology. It's
okay.
like a mix of data analytic and like programming.
Okay. So in your basically that's your career plan. You have your IT pathway. Basically, that's for your career. But you are good at golf, so you choose this tournament, competing in good tournaments, so that this is your goal to play in the college, right? That the student athlete then get probably will be supported with the sports scholarships going through college. Is that pretty much why you are right now? You work hard and get in, basically committed already.
So like I think I plan to play golf and also like study college to study at college to get like information and also to get the experience, like playing college golf because it's like a one in a lifetime experience. So like you cannot find it anywhere else. Like it's only
Mhm.
here in America that you can find playing a sport and also studying at the same time.
So, did you get a chance to talk to any of the like sports scholarship students or student athletes while you were playing there? And you
Okay,
get to ask like what it's like.
let me think first. So I got to talk to Kun George's son. Like they have two
Oh,
sons.
yeah.
Yeah. So like
Mhm.
George
Right.
Domini and Josh Domini, and I talked, and then they like kind of said that time management's like super important. Yeah,
Mhm.
for college because like you need to manage your academics too, and also like your athletics. So like you need to manage really well, or else you get overwhelmed easily.
Mhm. Do they give you any tips about choosing which school or where you want to go?
I think not yet.
Not
Let's talk
really.
about yeah.
Okay. So back to like now you are working on your both golf and academic, and so choosing AJGA is one pathway that like a lot of kids are interested right now. Why do you decide on this part, and why you think it's important, and how you recommend it to other kids?
So I think like academics are like the most important thing for student development. Like you need a good background and good education to be successful in adulthood. So I think that um you should always focus on education over athletics because I think that yeah, you should focus education over athletics.
Since you have experiences and you get to meet coaches, college coaches, and you focus on your academic as well. Is that is that true that you feel that you can achieve both? So even if you're not like winning all the tournaments, you can still satisfy both goals. Because some kids might be worried about what if they never win, what if they never place first. What would you give them such advice?
So I think that uh, focusing on the result is like it's not good. So I think you should like focus on the process, like, on your routine. Like, did I do my practice good enough? Uh, uh, did I practice like good enough? And like did I do my like driving range well? Did I do my piece well? Like fitness and also playing golf and balancing academics too. So I think you need to focus on the process instead of like focusing on the outcome because like if you just focus on the outcome, you forget what to do and your outcome won't be good.
Wow, that's very smart answer. I can see why you focus on your academic. You probably do very well in college. Do you, you know, I think this helps because some parents and kids sometimes they just worry if this is the right path. Should they be doing this? Should they be competing much or just playing for leisure? Just for fun? This is always the question. So, um, I have a question from Kun Boom. Uh, can you read the questions that Kun Boom sent to you? Manalat
Oh,
sent a
why do
question
you
in the chat
choose?
room. Yeah.
Okay, so why do you choose the AJGA tournament to be your pathway?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I choose AJGA tournament because like I think coaches recognize AJGA tournaments as a really competitive tournament, and I think I chose AJGA tournament because like there's a lot of alumni, like Davis Love the Third or a lot of famous PGA Tour players who played AJGA and played successfully. So that's why I choose AJGA tournament because it's really competitive.
Great. Wow.
And
I've
next
heard that.
question.
Yeah. Okay. Is that next question?
Yeah, you just want to
Is it
follow
that?
your idol, right? By choosing the
What
AJGA. Yeah.
what
What
experience
Yeah.
have you gotten from AJGA pathway and invitation tournament? So I got to play AJGA pathway and invitational tournaments in China, which I had the privilege from Kun George, who secured me a spot. So
Mm.
I played in 10 tournaments and I played like really well. Got the 8th place out of maybe like 40 players. So the experience was that I got to like prove myself that I can like compete with a lot of good players and help me build my confidence. That's a good experience too.
So what's your plan next from now?
So my plan is probably to focus on academics and athletics and like try not to like do one thing more than another and try to like keep that balance like throughout my 2 years before I go to college. I try to do like and incorporate fitness into my routine.
That's smart. Okay. What else? What other sports you're doing besides golf and fitness? Are you doing anything else?
I occasionally play like basketball, but I don't really do any other sports other than golf.
I think being well-rounded is one of the skills that gonna get you to perform well in school as well. To be, having friends, not just golf friends. That's exciting for you. So can I now take questions from the audience? You can raise your hand and like turn on your camera and ask questions, or you can type in, and it can be in Thai or in English. Go ahead. ถามได้เลยค่ะ
Okay, I have question ค่ะ
เชิญ
Okay.
ค่ะ
โอนนะคะ น้องฟิลพี่อ้นค่ะ so this is our first time, right? So like meeting and knowing each other. I would like to know how you get to know AR and how the AR recruit help you through your passion and get into your like your university you're looking for or you want to be in. Can you share this to me?
Okay, so I discovered AR when I was like searching for an agency to like help me to go to college, and AR really helped me to find good tournaments to play in the US. So Kun George helped me to like secure like spots for and let me play tournaments like Yellowhammer Invitational and South what's it called? Oh, Southern Junior Championship. So like it's a tournament where coaches also watch the kids that play in the tournament too. And that really helped me to like for the coaches to see that I can play in really good tournaments. And lastly, like the most important tournament for me was the AJGA Hainan China Open, which like I think that was a tournament that got me into Lawrence Tech too, which Kun George like helped me play in the tournament.
Okay, I
And
see.
Kun
And
George also like made dinner for me and like took care of me when I went to the US too. Yeah.
so- okay, when you're living with him for some time, right?
I
Uh,
visited his house many times. And like
okay.
he gave me like advice to my parents when I visited to his house.
Okay. So like you choose AR at first because you think that AR can help you through your dreams to your dreams college, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I heard that not just the AR help, but every player have to do their own things
And do their
too.
own part
Yes.
too.
Yeah, right. Not just yeah, but we support and advise, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I see. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Go ahead and ask. Have you done so? Okay, I've got questions. Now, Phil, what are you most excited for about college?
So I think most excited for about I'm most excited for the experience there, like to meet like new friends and people who are older than me, and also like to to play golf at college and to play college tournaments.
Um, Would coach tell you or could George tell you like what's the balance in college? Of course, time management that they say is important because you have to do practices, you do have to do classes, and you have to go on tournament and compete in you know in the tournament. But you know if you have time for other things too,
Oh, so like
you
your
think
question is, do I have time for any other things? Yeah. So
would you think that yeah.
so I try to like set a routine and have one rest day for each week. So like that one rest day, I try to do nothing or maybe just walk around in a park or do other things like play some music, play some sports to like balance, because you can't just play golf like 7 days a week and study like 7 days a week, or else you get like burned out and you can't really focus. So I think rest days are really important.
Yeah. See that you are very well balanced from what I hear. You I feel it's important to balance out and I like that you not just go for like goals and results, but the process is what make you enjoy playing golf. Because I think if you push yourself too hard, at some time you might get tired of golf already because it's just one thing every day all the time for you. So having a balanced life is really important, especially when you're so young. And I'm glad to hear that as a good example for other golfers as well. Now, what else? I have another questions. Okay. Okay, or it's that same questions, but it just kind of pops up on me. Okay. So another questions I like to ask is that you feel that playing golf and get you the scholarship to play in golf. It's really what you choose. But any advice you will give to other kids that still decided?
So I think my advice is like, like to search for a college is like to know what weather would you like to play golf in, and like, are you comfortable in a big school or small school, or are you like, do you want to like play in a team and be the leader, or do you want to sit on the bench but have a good team? Like you need to like see what is the right fit for you, and you need to do your research. And while doing research, like you need to prepare yourself, like make sure you like get your practice in and also academics in, and do like the same thing, fix day by day, not like when do not like practice or study when you feel like it.
Mhm.
You need to set a goal and routine.
Mm. I think that's important. How many coaches have you talked to before you are committed to Orange Tech?
I think I talked to at least 4 coaches before I committed to Lawrence Tech, and the reason why I chose Lawrence Tech is like this coach was like really nice, and we communicated with each other really well. So like we kind of like are meant for each other like, somehow. Yeah.
So you have the chemistry as well. So you think it's true when we talk about when I give advices to kids and say when you do homework researching for schools and get invited to do interviews, it's also your choice to choose school and to choose the coach, not always the case of coach chooses you, right? You think it's true that you also choose where you want to go. You have that you have
Mhm.
power to make
Yes, like
decisions.
because like the coaches can't choose for you for everything, because sometimes like you want a big team or a small team, or like you want to like play for the team, or you can like sit on the bench, something like that. Yeah.
Mm. And then how do you go by that? Do you ask a lot of questions during interview or do you do research beforehand? What's your method?
Can you repeat the
What
question?
what yeah, how do you find out, if it's a good fit? Do you ask a lot of questions during interview or do you do, uh homework, do research before?
Oh, you mean interview with the coach, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, so
to find
I
out if it fits you.
so like to like find out if it fits me.
Mm.
Okay, so I do like research, like to see what fields do they have. Like for example, Lawrence Tech, there's technological field which I'm really interested in when I was a kid. So, and also see like the price of the school and how much uh is a tuition to.
Mhm. So you find information beforehand, and so when you get to uh, interview, you know what to ask, and you have some information. So that's a
Mhm.
very smart way to do. I think it's important that sounds to me like you are in charge, of your decision. You're not letting just, uh, have the other people guide you. So I think this is important for kids to understand that the decisions and the power to do yourself a service is to do good research. Aside from practicing and get your golf skills up, is to study uh, your needs. Know what you need, know how it would work for you ahead of time. This is very important. I'm glad to hear that from Phil. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure there will be a few more questions. Go ahead and ask. or is there anything, any experience you like to share during, during the tournaments, or during the process of finding the college that you like to share?
Okay, so like my experience is like, you know, mm, sometimes, I send email to college coaches and I send to like around 10 or 20 of them. And sometimes like they do not respond and some coaches respond. So and then like when I played in China, all of them like respond. So I think that it's a good
Mm.
experience because like coaches, it tells that coaches don't reply to everything, like, and when coaches don't reply, like you need to like have a mindset that they might not be ignoring you. They might like seen the message already, but they're just busy. Like
Mm.
you shouldn't be discouraged
Mhm.
about it when coaches don't reply.
Mhm.
So that's what I've learned during the college experience. And I've learned that coaches are really busy and they take like a lot of things into considerations before like choosing the right player for their team.
Mm. I think there are two things from your advice. One, don't be discouraged if you don't get a reply right away. Okay,
Yeah.
send it, and then it's basically just show that you're interested in joining them. So that's one. Don't get discouraged if you don't get a reply. And second, what I hear from you is you can reply after you do. You
Yeah, after you
attend,
do well.
you join the tournament, and you do well. So that
Yeah.
means they might not reply if you're not participating or actively participating in tournaments. And so once you start going, put yourself out there and they see your effort, then they, pouring their reply. So I think these are the two things that's quite interesting. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Normally, we have this webinar for uh, about 45 minutes, and we talk to lots of kids. Some of them already committed to college, some of them are in college already, and some are still looking. But I think a good lessons from each kid is that you just find out what your interest in life is, and enjoy yourself while doing it. And do not just put all eggs in one basket. I think that's what I'd say when you're young. That's the support that parents can give them is to basically give them the exposure, give them the opportunities, and let them perform the best that they can. I think I don't think you will ever regret in this. Okay, พี่บุ๋มบอกคุณจุ๋ม you have anything to add to that?
Yeah. Since you got accepted 1 year earlier, what are you going to do after this before going to school next year?
Oh, okay. So after this, I plan to like plan to transfer school from
Mm-hmm.
California prep to ASB, like to prepare myself academically.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's an American program, so like there are APs that I can take so that it will be a little easier for me in Lawrence Tech. And also it's a golf school where
Wow.
I can practice from like there's a session for golfers in this school to like practice from I think 3 hours after school, like in the afternoon. Yeah, so I think there's also a fitness in that school, so it will really prepare me.
Yeah,
Both
I've heard
academically and
that
physically.
you want to go to the gym more. Yeah. So
Um,
facilities,
yes.
I've heard this as well. Facility is also one decision factor that you shouldn't overlook. Uh, if, if you have to travel so far to practice, or to go to gym, it takes too much. But if you can find a place that it's, your life can be managed around the practice, the school, and such, that would be easy. So I think Phil has made lots of good decisions here. All right. So I think we'll leave it at that. And then best of wishes to everything you do. Phil, you've done so well. and you're
Yes,
such
you
an
are.
inspiration to other kids. And hopefully, if parents and kids, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask AR. If you're not able to answer you right away, we'll find an answer for you. We'll help you. And last night when I gave advice to a kid, I a new kid just joined AI, say there's no limit to how many questions you get to ask us or how many Zoom calls you schedule with us. We are so open. And so please feel free to contact us for anything. So Phil, good luck. You take care, and
you.
thank you so much for joining us. Thank you everyone for joining our webinar tonight. Good night.
Thank
Good luck,
you.
Phil. You
ค่ะ
did
น้อง
very
ฟิล
good. You did great. Yep.
Thank you.